Hey guys, just gotta say, I was looking at the videos, and thanks for the likes. It's over. I'm seeing over 100 views now on some of these things. Those are just the elite figures of custom figures of figures I've bought. And wait till you see the stuff I created. Now again, I don't paint. It's all Frankenstein together, but so far I've gotten some pretty good reviews from from other customizers out there saying, "Man, good job." It's pretty hard to take existing parts and hodgepodge them together without trying to add paint or anything like that. So while I'm limiting myself, but I don't have the painting artistic ability, I think they'll be pleasantly surprised. You won't be seeing them in anytime soon. I'll be saving them for a video starting in January. Also, Fig Fed News, if you do follow that, I think I still see some people clicking at that a little bit. It's going to reset. It's going to reset on January, so that way the pay-per-view names will coincide with the actual month. Since it will take time, I do shoot one a week of all the brands. I make sure that even if I do shoot two in a show, I make sure to schedule them out a week and whatnot. So, like I said, that way you're going to see SummerSlam around summertime, kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I've also added in GEW, Jew, not that Jew, but it's called Golden Era Wrestling, and it's going to basically feature 80s, 70s Ultimate figures that I created or I've found or that exist, so to speak. Obviously, there'll be some 80s guys as well, and so that's going to be happening as well. So you're going to see, like, possibly when the Jim Neidhart comes out and the George Animal Steel come out, they're going to be in that brand. The Bret Hart, the Monday Night War Bret's going to go over to a different brand. I'm just kind of branching it a little bit because when you have 30 plus people on the rosters, you don't get a chance to see very many of them. And so I figure if I can narrow it down to about 20 or 18 each brand, then you're at least going to see a majority of the guys each week. Whereas I was looking at it, I realized I didn't use Muhammad Ali for well over 3 months because I just wasn't using him. I was using everybody. I only do like five matches a card, and I want to be realistic to it. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm just gonna do everybody every week. I do want some downtime for some people and whatnot to look more realistic, so to speak. So hopefully by adding that brand and then also adding the WWE brand, which is going to be more like the Attitude, Ruthless Aggression look. So get ready for that. Of course, it's not going to just be strictly only people that have to be from that era specifically. With the WWE, with the SmackDown, with the Raw, and the ECW brand, they're going to be kind of mixed together, WCW and WWF as well. So what that does mean, though, is that I'm going to actually up the Ultimate Battle Royal, World War III Battle Royal, to 70 guys instead of 60. I'm going to go 10 above that because I was like, yeah, I could do 60, but it's really hard to kind of compare that, like who gets more that year or whatnot. So each brand gets 10 guys to see who gets the win. Of course, you'll find out who won the first one ever, but we're just going to... I'm not resetting the record, so to speak. I'm going to keep that just to kind of get a base of who's where. But as far as the retelling and whatnot, it's just going to start with WrestleMania 1. It's going to start with Starrcade. I'm also doing the actual better scheduling. So I'm just going to take this next month to really get that in. Also get all my customs finished up. Get all the brands finalized. I'm going to be bringing some brands back over to my other place where I get to reside at home. Whereas I keep stuff at my work home where I have to stay there and take care of people. So it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Feel free to keep checking out the custom elite figures. I'm still adding more in here and there. I've still got some really boss looking ultimate customs coming in from other people who can paint and create. I can just Frankenstein, hodgepodge basically. So, but I do have some great ones coming up, including I've redeemed myself from my Brian Pillman Ultimate Custom that I basically had to glue the torso to the lower leg because I screwed up and cut too much of the connector piece off. I've learned how to mod the Rick Rude and the Seth Rollins torsos with the help of people from YouTube and people from the custom board. and then adding in a spacer, which is basically a little piece of rubber that I've figured out the perfect cloth material for. So that way it doesn't just waddle when you put it together. It will actually have some friction to it. I did just make an Ultimate Edge figure using a Goldberg torso. People said that's way too jacked. He was pretty ripped near the end of his tenure with WWE. And two, the guy is 6'5". I don't think Goldberg is but 6'3" or 6'4". So yeah, I mean, he looks great. I can't wait to show him off. I'm just trying to find hands right now that don't waddle, because for whatever reason, when they made the skinnier version, the hands just don't fit really well in the peg holes. I don't want to add glue, but if I have to, if they keep all spinning and I run out of options, I may just have to put a little dabble glue and away he goes, stuck in that form. But hopefully that's not the case. But anyway, I digress. Thanks again. Like I said, I'm seeing from used to be only 3 or 4 views to now 168. Some are like almost 200. So while it's not life changing, I'm going to be getting a sponsorship deals. I don't care for that. I work hard for my money. I've got my own thing. If I'm never discovered, I'm never discovered. Whatever. I do this just for my own therapy, I guess. I'm a big fan of wrestling. I've been collecting since I was 8 years old. In fact, I was talking to my little brother about how when we first learned how to start customizing figures, we didn't really know what we were doing. We just kind of put some LOD bone crunching action figure heads between a chair, a folding chair, and like a vice grip, and then just kind of pried it off. Sometimes it broke, sometimes it came off. And then we put them on the right to censor. We had a ton of right to censor bodies, because at the time they were just peg warming. So we made LOD right to censor back in the day. And I was telling him that, he goes, I was just thinking about that when you sent me the pictures of the customs. Of course, I'm still learning this stuff, but I've pretty much, in a short amount of time, really done really well. There's no stress marks on mine, really. I learned how to cut the torso in a way that lines up pretty much perfectly back to basics. I've learned how to add enough glue to seal the figure, but also still let it rotate and not like loose, not spin out, but lets it rotate and actually has like friction, like it was brand new out of the package. So I'm excited. I don't like drop down hips. That's why I'm doing this mostly. I'm trying to update some people. That's why I'm thinking about updating Triple H to possibly like his near the end of his run, like the bald head look. I'm gonna probably something to do like that as well. But this video's gone long enough. Thanks again. If you have any ideas, or I know my buddy challenged me to make an Ultimate D'Lo Brown, and obviously there's no torso with a singlet that would have the blue without adding paint, but I did find something that was pretty decent, and he's already pretty impressed. I'm still waiting some parts to show up. Once it's done, it'll probably be the first one I drop on December 1st.